Okay, so I came to you earlier tonight talking about the fact that we found out very late in the day today that Justin Trudeau was trying to sneak something into a bill tomorrow that would essentially give him sweeping powers to essentially override Parliament in matters of increasing taxes and spending until the end of 2021. And, I think people of all political stripe have today just said, look, that's unacceptable. So I want to give you an update because many of you have asked me, like, well, how are you going to stop this? How are we going to deal with this? So talking to some of my very smart colleagues, including our just super smart House Leader Candice Bergen, the Liberals need something called unanimous consent. We call it UC, in order for this bill to pass tomorrow. Just without getting into all the technical procedural details, they need everybody in the House of Commons to agree to it. So that means that all it takes is one member of any political party to say no, and the thing won't pass. But here's the problem. We negotiated with the Liberals. In fact, all parties did, the NDP, the Bloc, to come back and reconvene Parliament in the middle of this crisis. Why? So that we could get support out, like unprecedented financial support. You're seeing agreement among all political parties. We have to get support out because everybody's having trouble making ends meet. I mean, I'm dealing with hundreds of phone calls in my office a day, people saying, like, how do I apply for EI? People are losing their job. We needed to get back and pass this bill so that the money can get out. There was no discussion in any of this about putting this power grab in there. Of course we wouldn't have agreed to that. So what Justin Trudeau, I think, is trying to do is, like, of course we can't support this, but what that means is because Trudeau's put this overreach in it, there is a strong possibility that this bill might not pass tomorrow if it goes forward as it's being reported right now. That means that Justin Trudeau is saying that he is putting this power grab ahead of the needs of Canadians from coast to coast to coast, who he is telling to self-isolate, and you all should be self-isolated to help combat the spread of COVID. That is super important. But we can't wait to get these measures out. These measures have to happen right away. We have to be able to meet Canadians' needs. So from the bottom of my heart, no matter how you voted in the last election, this is a time when our country should be coming together and united. Tell Justin Trudeau tonight to make a statement and say that what he is doing by sneaking this into this bill is unacceptable, and that you will not support him delaying, him, the Prime Minister of Canada, delaying the support that Canadians need by having this completely unnecessary measure built into this bill. Conservatives, and I'm hoping I can speak for other political parties, we issued a statement tonight saying that if Parliament needs to reconvene, we will do that on a moment's notice. We are in a crisis situation in Canada, and Canadians need to understand that every single legislator in this country is working together in their best interest to help healthcare professionals, those who are sick, to prevent the spread of disease, and to ensure that our economy is protected. That's what we're managing to. What was snuck into this bill, or is being reported last minute, is completely unacceptable. And it's an abrogation of the trust that is required to run a country in a minority situation in this time of crisis. So again, unanimous consent is required on this bill. Justin Trudeau will not be getting unanimous consent on this bill if he includes in it essentially overriding Parliament and giving him sweeping powers, which in no situation should he have based on our democracy in Canada. Certainly not at this point in time. But for us to not give him unanimous consent on that, that means that there's a possibility that that bill won't pass. And he, Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, is going to be responsible for delaying payments to Canadians. This is as serious as it gets, folks. So raise your voice. Regardless, tonight we're all Canadians. There's no partisans here. I'm hoping I would, maybe, Prime Minister, if you just want to come out tonight and say, hey, this was a big misunderstanding. I am happy to remove this from this bill because we've got to focus on doing what we all agree on, which is getting help to Canadians. Let's scrap this. Let's move forward. Let's get this done. If he comes out and does that tonight, good, great. Let's move forward. Let's work through this. But if he doesn't, we have to hold him to account for making a decision that could very well hold up very much needed financial assistance for small businesses and Canadians, and that is wrong. Gonna get back on the phone. Working hard for you. Share this message. Speak up. We have to move quickly. Have a good day.